Sir, straight at you. Straight at you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanakkam, sir.
Vanakkam.
So my question is, I mean, I don't think many people know that the germ of the idea, even of this Vikram, has come from you. It is the director Lokesh Kanagaraj who had his own idea, but went on to just say that okay, I'll take your idea and develop it. So how does that mean? What does that mean to you? Because you had your own Vikram like several years ago, and probably there's one incident that sort of comes. How does that feel? And do you feel that Lokesh would probably be at it with his own thing?
Every time I make a film, I hope it'll last at least 10 years. Otherwise, I've made a bad product. So 10 years later, they should talk. And it doesn't matter what genre it is, how costly the film was to make, or how economically we made the film. We can make an economical film, but we've never made a cheap film. So when somebody says, even today somebody said, I watched your Chachi so many times. And she was kind, she didn't want to say from my childhood. And so that's a great feeling. And Mr. Kankaraj keeps saying that he came to cinema because of me. Everybody comes to cinema because of one person, icon that he knows. I was happy to be in Hindi cinema, the same air breathed by Dilip Kumar Saab. So that's what I felt. I never thought I would meet him. But for Ek Duuje Ke Liye Silver Jubilee, he came and he shook hands. And I think that's the same pleasure he got when he saw tears in my eyes that I get when Lokesh says he became a director because of me, he got the idea because of me. That's all. That's what you call delayed payment that we get, apart from the check that we get.
हेलो कमल सर
सर
हेलो
एक
कमल
सेकंड
सर
एक
here.
सेकंड एक सेकंड रेणुका मैं एक एक करके आ रहा हूँ सबके पास आ रहा हूँ रेणुका वांटेड टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन यस
Thanks, Suren. Kamal sir here on your right. I'm here.
Sir,
I'm
in the
here.
kila-
Second row.
Second
row,
Right
okay.
here. Hi, Kamal sir. Renuka from Bombay Times. First of all, I enjoy the trailer a lot.
Thank you.
And I loved the honesty with which you're addressing all the questions. My question to you is the art of staying relevant. We've seen you, we've grown up on your movies. You're working with Vijay Sethupathi in this film and Fahad. Both are amazing actors. But over the years, a lot of changes in the industries across India, how people function. So when you today are working in films as an actor, what are the challenges that you feel? Because a lot of people are very reluctant to adapt, but you are not like that. You've been rediscovering yourself over the years. But what's the secret of staying relevant after all these years?
I
And what
think-
drives you today?
I think all my knowledge is extramural. I never went to any university. So when I speak English, it's what I learned out of school. So I'm always nervous. I go back and check. In those days, you didn't have Wikipedia or Google to check. So you have to really be right. Or somebody will do this. An educated man there would say, he speaks English, but he's not educated. He'll spot me right on. So that happens with good actors who see amateurs performing in front of them. So I learned from them. I'm still learning, and that's why it's a holiday for me. I have no degrees. I never threw my hat off and said, I'm a graduate now. I never had a hat. So that's why I keep changing them. I'm not too sure which one will fit me. But that is, the first most important thing, if you want to know what is the magic word, it is because I'm a film buff. If I'm not in here, I'll be here, in here, watching films. Thanks to OTT, and he shouldn't get upset about it, but he has also come from that digital into this form, and I enjoy my life better because I go back to my old films, watch them, not mine, the films that I enjoyed most. Like people, we don't realize the kind of values that we have within our own. We make fun of our films and say, "Dekho, West में क्या बनाते हैं?" He also makes silly films continuously. That what we remember are the greats, because people like Jayantilal Bhai never brought all the films made in Hollywood here. They only brought the cream, so we don't know what's the grass film they are making. Whereas all that we do, we keep watching and comparing it with the best in the world. Compare our best with their best. And then you will see Mughal is no way lesser than a David Lean film. And you'll realize that the core seed for a film like First Blood came from a film called Achanak. Watch it. And then you'll know. I'm that kind of a film buff. So I'm grateful, and I'll keep watching films, and I hope you will also watch. When I was recommending that OTT should come, people in exhibition were very worried. I didn't know how to convince them, because they were worried when satellite television came. And I told them that will become another branch of this head office bank called Moving Images. Don't worry about that. But I couldn't convince them then. It came, and then they realized now the only way I could say, I'm not a great believer, but I do believe in change. So I told him in a language that he would understand. So what is that in your neck? He said, that's Balaji. Okay, I'll tell you your example. Just because you have a calendar with Balaji's picture, Tirupati will never lose its value. Same goes for Mecca, Ajmer, and the Vatican. Just because you've seen the picture, everybody wants to go there. One day they'll make it there. So this crowd here will never go away, because this is a congregation that I enjoy. I could be reading it on my telephone. All that we are talking now could come through to me through my telephone, but I enjoy this company. I like watching your face. I like hearing that voice. We are all like that. Cinema, congregation in a theater will not go away.
Thank you.